Thank you.
I feel calmer. It's better than alternatives, you know?
Mm.
What are you drinking? Show the camera.
Recess Mood, magnesium and adaptogen infused sparkling water. Calm, cool, and collected.
It's not an ad unless they want it to be.
We're not sponsored yet.
Let's get rolling.
Okay. Thanks for the recess.
Yeah.
Salud.
Cheers across the table. This is the perfect table for this.
This is a good table.
I bought this table junior year. I started a carpentry business making signs. I have one around the house, and I wanted to make it because I thought it was gonna be cool. And my dad said he taught me the worth of time versus money, and he said, "How much could you build it for?" And I said, "I don't know how much." And he said, "How long would it take?" And I said, "I don't know, probably 8 hours because it's the first time you're doing it." And he said, "All right." And he calculated it out, and he's like, "So how much is your time worth?" And I said, "I don't know." And he calculated that it was worth, my time was worth more than making it. So he said, "Go spend $300, buy it." So we drove to San Antonio, bought this 8-foot by 3-foot table, and it's held up. It's served a lot of purposes, but it's pretty cool. And now looking back, I'm super pumped because it would have taken me way longer. And this thing is so sturdy.
Yeah. Yeah. How heavy is it?
I picked it up by myself.
Nice.
It's heavy, but
Hmm.
you can move it yourself.
Nice. Okay. Let's start. Ski trip. Brainchild of yours. You want to give any backstory?
It would have to go back to when we graduated. To start out, it honestly started as a super selfish avenue, and I say that openly, but I wanted to go ski when I graduated because I was gonna be like the like season in between different seasons of school versus working.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought if I went and played really hard, I would feel good about working, which is exactly what happened. So that's how my mind thinks, is like it works backwards. So I see the end goal and I'm like, how do we get there? And for whatever reason, my mind says like everything's possible. And so I looped in Will and we just started talking, and he kind of gave me free reign with a budget, which was a couple grand for a month. And I just ran with it. And so I think we ended up with like 20 something people all in the trip. And it was a 28-day trip. I skied for 26. Will skied, I think, 24 of those 28 days. So we skied our butts off. But it was what started out as a selfish venture, turned out to be an amazing kind of cause of events, pulling my family into it for Christmas, pulling different people into it for skiing. And we ended up skiing Vail. We stayed in a cabin in Breckenridge and drove there every day. And it was just like the best because we got the full experience. We're kind of like a home landing page for people. And we had some crazy times where we went like in between the cabin and coming back to the cabin, we had to go stay in this piece of crap little place where it was only 4-wheel drive. It was dumping snow. It was pretty sketchy. And we had the dogs with us. And it was cool though, because the owners were Aggies. They gave us champagne on New Year's Eve. We had a blast. And so I think God just kind of like put his hand on our trip and nobody got hurt. I should have broke both shins that trip. There's a video of me doing a front flip and somehow I didn't. And so, I mean, knock on wood, but we're going on year 5 of trips of that like extravagance. And that's kind of the origin story. And then it kind of just carried into different people. So really what started out is just like what I wanted. And I don't think that's a bad thing. I think that's kind of how a lot of stuff works, is you kind of have this selfish idea that then turns into this like communal cool space. But I guess transitioning to Jackson Hole, I talked to Chapman. He was living in Salt Lake at the time, and this is a year after we did that ski trip. And so I was kind of gung ho on skiing. I had skis, boots for the first time. And Chapman was like, dude, come ski Salt Lake. So I went up there, skied Salt Lake. I think we skied Brighton a couple days, and I just fell in love with the powder, and the environment was really cool. And so we looked around, and I was like, Jackson Hole is the steepest, hardest, and coolest skiing. And Corbett's Couloir just kept catching my attention, which was totally out of my skill set. Still kind of is, but I was like, let's do that. And so again, like end goal in mind, kind of selfish, like I want to do this. And then it turned into me and Chapman brainstorming this like crazy route where we fly into Salt Lake, hang out there because he loves Salt Lake and we do too. Ski there for a day and then drive up to Jackson Hole and ski there for 7 days because you only get a certain amount of days on that mountain. So you get 8 days, 9-day trip, and only 5 days off of work. So it's like the true maximization of skiing. And so yeah, now you're going into year 4 of Jackson Hole. The first year was 6 guys. The next year was 7 guys. Last year was 16 guys. This year we're at 14. We'll probably touch 16 again, possibly more with some of the locals up there. But we kind of have it down. I mean, nobody's gotten hurt. I mean, again, knock on wood, but too bad. There's been Alan had a fall from the sky. Should have broken his neck. His back was pretty messed up. I threw up off of a porch for about a few hours, but no lasting injuries. So
yeah.
I guess the question being like, what is the trip? What's the goal of the trip? The goal was just to go ski, get away, feel like you have a break from life for the longest amount possible, and also not to just live in complete luxury. We're really there to get better at skiing and to work out. And so every night we party hard. We have a lot of fun. We stay out late, but then we get up and we ski. And for the first time last year, we were able to kind of get everyone together in one place and just all do, like, we all do different things, but everyone just had a blast. So it was fun.
Yeah.
I think that answers that.
Yeah, it does. It is a blast. And I'm in kindergarten compared to where you guys are. And thankfully not on the lasting injury list either, but both of my knees have felt the pain of skiing or falls from trying newer things. And but luckily nothing torn or still healing. So it's fun. The whole thing is fun. And
your first year was last year?
No,
2 years
before.
ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you'd never skied. You'd never seen snow.
I had never even seen snow.
Yeah, and you went to Jackson Hole, which is arguably one of the more advanced in North America, for sure, in United States proper, which is crazy.
Yeah. If you watch anything on YouTube about it,
yeah,
all of them are like, you do it here, you're fine.
The commitment, like that's impressive.
Yeah, well. But it's the allure of it is everything you just said. It's like a bunch of good guys, and we're not like, it's not a debaucherous adventure. I mean, people are having fun, don't get me wrong, but there's no like after effect of, oh my gosh, I just wasted that whole thing because alcohol, ruined my body and potential to perform and do well. It's just, nope, let's go test what our body can do and enjoy being in the mountains and try something a little bit harder. That's what I think. It was only self-imposed, but by that I mean like any pressure to perform, because you guys have been skiing your whole lives and doing other stuff or snowboarding, and so I don't feel like I have to do all the same things. Like, it's just bliss to be cruising down with music playing and snow happening around, like falling around you, and seeing people enjoying it as well. And but the aspect of like, okay, I'm going to try something a little bit harder now. I'm going to try something I'm not entirely comfortable with. I'm going to go again before I'm ready. Like, a lot of transferable lessons there. Um, so
For sure.
I'm glad something selfish turned into something selfless, even though your desire to enjoy fun and the mountain in that type of way is still sufficed. Like, you should be encouraged because you've done a lot of work to give it away and to maximize the experience for everybody else.
Yeah. Well, it's cool seeing you pick it up. I mean, it was that first year was hard for you, just like getting it's slick. You don't really think about starting when you're 30, just how hard it is.
Yeah.
So that was a lot of fun watching you. Uh, and then also work is play is like a really cool idea in the mountains because everything you do in the mountains is work. For some reason, ski gets this rap is like you're just playing, but like you're working out and it's
Mhm.
hard. And that's where I think whenever it gets too easy, I want something more that's like just like pushes the envelope a little bit.